the other day I was carving this little bird, and it was just a little tiny songbird, and I was thinking about my career and thinking about, boy, that's not very ambitious, a little bird that I'm building. And then I started thinking about ambition and what ambition is for an artist. And I don't know, do you think about ambition? Do you think about what you want from your art career, short term, long term, tomorrow, in 2 years, 5 years? Then you start thinking about goals. Is it money that you want to make? Is it fame that you want to get? Is it exposure that you want to get? And what I started doing was kind of backtracking and going with looking at goals. And I know in the dozen or so years that I've been building work, I've tried to push myself to be pretty ambitious. I've proposed museum installations. I have this idea for this wild pack of dogs on this mound that looks at you, and I've proposed it to museums. It hasn't been accepted, but I always tried to push myself, and then once or twice a year, I'll try to do pieces that are really um, beyond my comfort zone, like the large deer that I did. If you ever saw that, I've done a couple of deer. They were so large that I couldn't complete them in my studio. And so I've tried to really push myself to do work that's maybe more museum quality, or more that there's not any market for it necessarily. But, if I were to disappear tomorrow, what what would I be remembered for? I don't know if it would be for the little songbirds that I've been building. It could be. I think it might be for the deer, or a large installation or something like that, or if a museum were to collect my work or something like that. So I do. I try to push myself, and every year I try to use my ambition as a way to get greater exposure for my artwork. And I'm sure you have different uh, benchmarks that you'd like to achieve as you're doing this work, whether it's to get the work published, or it's to get greater exposure, or it's to get into certain collections, or it's maybe to get peer review from certain institutions or organizations or something like that. So it's a good thing to think about. I think right now, as I'm sitting in this parking lot, we have plenty of time to think about a lot of these different things. So hope you're staying healthy.